Washington. As Senate wraps up its work this year, Sen. Michael Bennet sat on floor of nearly empty chamber and made a late-night call for Congress to double support for Ukraine, understand risks this brings. Moment. This was third time recent months that the Colorado Democrat has kept Senate working late, delaying unrelated legislation in an effort to trick lawmakers into approving tens of billions of dollars arms and economic aid to Ukraine. In an emotional speech that lasted nearly an hour, he urged senators view the nearly two-year-old conflict as a decisive of authoritarianism versus democracy and asked them to consider what it means fight on this freezing front. We don't know if we can handle the job with ammunition, but Congress is on recess and is not expected to return for 2 weeks with ongoing aid to Ukraine. Nearly exhausted, the Biden administration plans to send another aid package before the new year, but says it will be the last unless Congress approves more money. Even as conflict and unrest shake global security, the United States is once again trying to assert its role in the world as support in Congress dwindles. GOP lawmakers, now under the influence of former Republican leader Donald Trump, have taken an increasingly skeptical tone toward U.S. involvement abroad, especially when it comes to aid to Ukraine. Leaders of traditional allies Britain and France have pleaded with Western nations to maintain their strong support. But Russian President Vladimir Putin is emboldened and is amassing resources for a new effort as the war approaches its third year. We live in a time when there are all kinds of forces at home and abroad that are attacking democracy, Bennet said. Strengthening Ukraine's defenses was celebrated as one of the few bipartisan causes left in the capital. But now the fate of nearly $61 billion in funding hinges on sensitive policy negotiations on Capitol Hill over border and immigration changes. Over past year, lawmakers have had to work diligently day and night to pass even laws that maintain the basic functions of U.S. government. Bills with ambitious amendments remain almost completely out of reach for a closely divided Congress. Still, congressional leaders are trying to rally their members to tackle global challenges that they say are among most difficult in decades, the largest land invasion of a European nation since World War II. War between Israel and Hamas. Unrest reaching historic levels and economic disaster. Immigration and China's claim to be a superpower. Both Democratic and Republican leaders in Senate considered the $110 billion aid package, which attempts to solve all these problems, as a potential turning point for democracy around world. History will look back if we don't support our ally in Ukraine. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer told reporters last week. From South Texas, Southeast Asia, from the Black Sea to the Red Sea, this is a historically challenging and important time.